Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new solo album by former Police frontman Sting. It's called The Bridge. Just came out on Friday, November 19th of 2021, and it's his 10th overall solo album of original material. We're going to dive into all of that in just a bit, but before we do, if you're new to my channel and haven't already hit the subscribe button, please click the button. Also, leave a comment, hit like. All those things help support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, as an added bonus, by subscribing, you'll be able to stay up to date on all that's going on in the world of music, just like this. We're taking a look at the brand new Sting solo album called The Bridge. So, Sting actually started out as a school teacher. Not a lot of people know that, but thank goodness he found his calling as a musician, first joining the Police in 1977 and spending a total of 7 years with the band. They released 5 studio albums while they were together, having numerous hits and sold out tours, of course. But in 1985, Sting started a solo career. And to differentiate himself from both the Police and other artists around at the time, he incorporated different elements into his music. Of course, there was rock, but also jazz, reggae, classical, new age, and world beat were incorporated in, really setting himself apart from the masses, and of course, from his past as frontman for the Police. But in all, Sting has released a total of 10 solo albums, and him too also having numerous hits and sold out tours as well, including the Billboard Hot 100 singles For All This Time, which went to number 5, Fields of Gold, which went to 23, and Desert Rose, which went to number 17. Of course, he's had many more hits than that, just a few that I wanted to point out there. And in 2016, he released his 9th solo album, 57th and 9th. This one here, a real return to form album. One of the most rock-sounding albums that he's made in nearly 2 decades of time. But that brings us to the current one that we want to talk about here, The Bridge, which is his 10th solo album of original material. And so this one here has been released in multiple formats. You've got a standard edition of 10 tracks, deluxe edition that adds 3 more tracks for 13 total, and a Japanese edition which will add 1 more bonus track, so 14 total for the Japanese edition of it. This one here is the standard, which will have the 10 tracks on it. The album itself was written, of course, during the pandemic and the lockdown, so it's going to take on qualities of that to it. The album, though, kicks off with one of the most outstanding songs, Rushing Water, that I think is from his catalog in the entire time that he has recorded. I really like this song here. And the album, though, I have to say, is a bit front-loaded. It starts off with its 3 best songs in positions 1, 2, and 3. And the remaining tracks, while mellower, they're still good, but it does start off with the strongest material first. But one thing I have noticed about this album is that even though there are some slower songs that are on here, they still have a groove and a movement to them that really hold my interest all the way throughout. In the past, Sting has recorded some slower songs that, for me at least, they were just painfully kind of slow, dragging on way beyond the point of my interest. That is not the case here. Every one of the songs that are on here are really good, holding my interest all the way throughout. I'm very happy with the overall quality of this album. There's great production and sound, of course, on it. Sting sounds great. It's very much a continuation of the previous album, 57th and 9th. And again, as I said, I really like that album, but I have to say, I think I might actually like this one here a bit better. There's some real good standout songs beyond those first 3 that I was talking about, in particular, or including, I should say, track number 2, because I did mention the first one. And track number 2, If It's Love, this was the first single off here, and it didn't immediately grab me when I first heard it, but upon multiple listens, I really started to hear a bit of All This Time, or began to remind me of that. And so the song itself took on a new feeling for it. I'm really enjoying the song now. And then track 3, The Book of Numbers, which is a typical Sting song, if there is such a thing as a typical Sting song. It's mellower, but it does have driving sort of set of verses to it before it kicks in with a big punchy over-the-top sort of chorus to it. And that's kind of a thing Sting is known for. And then track 4, Loving You. This one is one of those slower songs that I was talking about, but it still has lots of interest to it. Things spinning around in the background on it, creating for a lot of interest there. And of course, it's got Sting's fantastic voice throughout, filling in behind all those sparse conditions of this slower style song. And then track number 9, The Bells of St. Thomas. This one here, just really good. Sting is such a great storyteller, pulls you in with this one here, and the fluidity of it is just really amazing. But let's take a look at this. Of course, it comes in a digipack here, and this is the front cover. I do like the black and white cover, the starkness next to this really bright, vivid sort of spine that says his name and the title there. And kind of interesting, he's actually walking through an amphitheater, but it kind of looks like he's walking on a piano or something. There's the background of it. Looks like he's treading through some water or something there. And then you've got the song, sorry if I'm not doing that right, there you go. Song titles and things down there like that. When we open this up, you get that on the inside. There you can see more that it's the amphitheater. And you've got the disc in the side of it back here and the booklet here, which let me pull out and I'll show you that. So this is the cover and the booklet. And I actually like it better than the cover on the album, but I guess either way you could go with it. It's kind of nice. You pull it out, things begin to brighten up. One of the things that's really cool is there are personal liner notes in here from Sting himself. So you get more than just the typical lyrics in this book with these liner notes that are in here. And then of course you still get the lyrics in this as well. Unfortunately though, you don't get any new pictures of Sting except that one that's on the cover, or both cover versions of this, but you do get those in here. So bottom line, while Sting may have gotten his start with the Police, he sure has continued to make a name for himself as a solo artist. And I think with this album here, no difference, still doing it. And while he may be 70 years old, he still seems to have a lot to say. And on this particular release here, I think it is totally worth it. And I highly recommend checking it out, especially if you enjoyed the last album. I would say definitely check out this new one. And of course, if you are just a solo fan of Sting and or the Police, I think it's that good of an album and would still recommend it to you. All right, so there you go. That is the Sting, The Bridge review and unboxing for you. Check the link for some related videos. I've done a classic album review for Police's Ghost in the Machine, which is also what this shirt is here. And if you do like this shirt, I got it from a place called Societees. I'll leave a link to where you can pick up the shirt as well, since maybe you want to wear your shirt and listen to the new album like I am doing. But in all, there you go. If you've enjoyed this video, maybe share it out on social media. Help spread the word that way. I would also greatly appreciate it. All right, everyone, take care. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.